Okay, and where was that at?
At his home on Bradley Street, I believe.
So was that how did you know this where he was?
Because I used to be right across the street at Bobby's house, you know what I'm saying, from his house.
So you've always gone to Bobby's house?
Yeah, I used to hang out with Bobby. Like, I used to hang out with Bobby on that baby.
So let's go back to mid-summer or so, however you say it, of 2021, when you first came into contact with Mr. Govan. At what point did the situation change from you, or did it change from you buying pills from him to something else?
Like, I guess after a couple runs of going to buy pills on my own from him, you know, he started asking me, I want to make some money. You know, he knew ways I could get some money. I'm like, yeah.
Did you want some money?
Yeah, because sometimes I go to him and ask, can I get a couple pills on credit? So, you know, that was when he was like, you want to make some money? I'm like, yeah.
And why did you need money? Were you working at the time?
Yeah, nah, not really. I wasn't just working like that. I couldn't just keep a job with a pill habit like that. I ain't gonna lie like that.
Okay. So you wanted money. What did you want money for?
A lot of different reasons. Make sure my children were straight, you know, pop me a couple pills, you know, make sure I was good. A lot of different reasons.
And how many children did you have at the time?
I had 5. I got 5 now, but I had 6.
You had 6 altogether. But
Yeah,
it
was after my son got killed. I had 5.
Okay. And who is the mother of those kids?
Letitia Jackson.
So you wanted money to make sure your kids were okay. You pop a few pills, and you'd be all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your girlfriend name?
Miss Angela.
Miss Angela. Does Angela have a last name? Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, 5 kids, a girlfriend,
Yes,
and a pill habit.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So at some point, Mr. Govan asked you if you wanted to make some extra money.
Make some money.
And how were you supposed to make extra money?
Well, he told me that, you know, it was a little bounty on a couple paper out here.
Okay, I ain't understand nothing you said.
It was a hit on, it was a hit at the time on a couple guys in paper out here, or whatever.
Okay, and what were some of those individuals' names, if you can recall?
Paper out Woo, Young Dolph. I don't know all his names, because I ain't know exactly who they were.
At what point did he mention the actual bounties, as you say?
One night leaving getting some pills, he mentioned the prices on, you know, Woo had 50 on his head, Young Dolph had 100 on his head, somebody had 5 on their head, 10 on their head. He mentioned the prices too.
So it was almost like a catalog. This
Yeah,
person costs this much.
Yeah,
This person costs
telling us
this much.
who had the money on their head, who had the most money on their head, and
who had
price.
the
Dolph
most?
had the most money on his head.
And he had 100,000.
100,000 on his head.
And when you say his head,
I mean, if you kill Young Dolph, you get $100,000.
okay. At some point, you will testify that about the shooting of Young Dolph. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Prior to that, were you involved in any other shootings?
Well, one day, Mr. Govan had provided me with a gun, and he told us that Paper Out Rue was at home one day. So as we approached the house, with me, Bobby, Justin, and another guy, I don't know the other guy's name, Bobby dropped me off. I get out walking on foot. Paper Out Rue was coming out the house, and he had his gun in his hand at the time, and I was walking up the street. And me and him had a shootout or whatever, and the gun he provided me had jammed up. So, you know, I had to duck and bob and weave, and Bobby had got to me. We got in the car and went back to his house and reported what had happened to him, and he was glad I ain't get killed that day right there. But Bob was like, he wasn't messing with this stuff because he was believing what Jess and them told him about we messed it up or whatever, and we didn't have our masks on and all this. So Bobby felt bad.
Was there an incident with paper route rule that you're aware of prior to the incident where you were involved?
Nah, I don't know nothing else about like no incident with paper route. Just this shootout that I had with him, that's all I know about it. And he was saying that like he was going.
Who was he?
Mr. Govan was saying he was going.
Let me stop you. Did you call him Mr. Govan?
Nah, I called him Quick. That's what I knew him.
That was your nickname.
Yeah, Quick.
Would you feel more comfortable calling him Quick?
Yeah, I called him Quick.
Okay.
Quick was saying that he was gonna he would pay by Woo Mama or whatever to find out what they be about, play up on the other, find out where, Woo and them be is, so we could reach out and touch them, like find out where they is.
Was it just he was going to see where Woo was, or was there other paper route artists?
Any one of them, like Woo or anybody in paper route, he was gonna make sure that he could play because the Mama liked him, so he was gonna try to play their father figure and find out where they is and make sure we can reach out and touch them.
So from when you met him in midsummer, the shooting with paper route rule, how far from when you met him to when that shooting was?
I just can't recall, but it wasn't long after I met him though.
And was it a couple of days, couple of weeks?
I said a couple of weeks, probably about a month and a half or so. I can't be specific about it. I ain't gonna lie like this. Were
you all looking for specific paper route empire artists?
Yeah, we were looking for whoever we could find. So, at the time like on certain days or what, like we were doing whatever we can. You know what I'm saying?
In regards to the bounty, were there other conversations about the bounty?
Well, after that incident with paper route wool or whatever, and the gun jammed up, like I think probably the next day I pulled up old Quick House or whatever and buy some pills. And when I pulled up, it was a truck sitting in front of his house or whatever.
Okay, what kind of truck?
I can't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
Like an SUV truck or F-150 truck?
Like an SUV truck.
Okay.
But I pulled up and I got out and when he said he was sitting up there with Juke. And he was like, here go a little C right here. Here go C right here. So Juke was like, hold up, man. We ain't doing no talking around these phones, take these phones outside.
Who said that?
Juke. Before he got to talking. He was telling him, like, we ain't talking around no phone, take the phones outside.
Who was he telling to take the phones?
He was telling Quick that.
Okay.
Take the phones outside.
And did Quick take y'all's phones outside?
Yeah, I gave him my phone. He set him outside on the trail or whatever. And came back in and was like, yeah, this little C right here, this was the one that, you know what I'm saying, shot your woo. And,
hold on, you did a whole lot of woo.
Well, basically saying, this the one that shot it, woo. And this one of the ones that I got the, that I got on the business too. And Juke basically like nodding his head like, y'all gonna get y'all money, y'all handle y'all business, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get y'all money.
What was person you decided to describe as Quick? What was Quick saying?
He was just letting him know that, I was one of the ones that he got on the business, that he had to put the work in or whatever.
Okay.
That he hired for the heat.
I'm gonna need you to slow that down. He the one that hired on the business to do what now?
To make one of these, get a hit, do the hit.
Oh.
Do the hit.
I'd like to pass you a photograph. Do you recognize the person in that photograph?
It is Quick and Big Juke.
Okay. Your Honor, if we could have that photograph entered into evidence as the next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a picture of two gentlemen with white shirts, t-shirts on that's been described by the witness as Quick and Big Joe. we'll mark this as exhibit.
Your Honor, before we publish, I would simply just ask if you have a time frame with this photo as far as authentication goes.
Sure, let me mark it. Mark this as exhibit 4 for this hearing.
Do you know when that photo was taken?
Nah, I don't know nothing about this photo. I don't know when it was taken.
That photo simply identifies the people you described
Yeah.
as
Quick.
Quit and Jook.
Just get on.
Any objection to permission to publish, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that and it doesn't work. But the individual you described as Jook, is he on the left or right of this photo?
From my angle, he's on the right, the big guy, right on the right.
He's on the right. And the individual on the left, who is that?
That's quick.
And Jook is the person, do you know his government name?
Nah, now since I've been locked up, Anthony Mills, since I've been locked up.
And Quit, you know it's Hernandez Govan, is that correct?
And there you go, man.
At some point, I'm sure you all exchange phone numbers.
Me and Quick, I
Okay,
never
and
had Juke no.
you never had Jook's number?
Nah, I never had no contact with Juke, like how to get in touch with Juke.
So any conversation about bounties went through Govan, is that
And
correct?
Govan the one that did all the talking about
Okay. What name was Quit's saved into your phone?
that. I hit up on the bro.
Bro? Okay. And how many different phone numbers did you get?
He had 2 different numbers,
But they were both on your phone as bro.
bro.
All right. So at some point, there was more information given, I guess, about the bounties. Is that correct?
Yeah, about the balance, it was coming close to Thanksgiving or whatever.
All right. Well, let's back up. Let's get back to sometime before it starts to get cool. Go back. Was there another individual that was brought into this? Justin who?
Johnson.
Okay. And how did you meet Justin Johnson?
I met him through Quick as well.
At what point did you meet him through Quit?
Like around the time we did that, they hit on paper route. When we went and shot at him, like that was like my first initial meet with him around that time.
And you said you met him through Quit or Mr. Govan. How did you meet him? Describe it.
When they found out that Wu was at the house or whatever, me and Bobby would call, and he called Justin up too, and we all met up at his house.
Key points from court session. Defendant and charges. Hernandez Govan, 45, accused as the mastermind behind young Dolph's killing. Charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and attempted murder. He rejected a plea deal last month. Prosecution's opening statement. Case framed as being about choices. Claimed Govan offered $100,000 bounty on young Dolph, with a $10,000 cut for himself. Alleged he recruited Justin Johnson, rapper Straight Drop, and Cornelius Smith, portraying them as desperate and in need of money. Defense's opening statement, Manny Aurora, argued evidence was cherry-picked, said Cornelius Smith, a cooperating witness, was not credible and only trying to save himself. Claimed Govan is being used as a fall guy because bigger figures like Yo Gotti and Big Jook were never questioned or charged. Witness testimonies, Erica Thornton, young Dolph's sister, first to testify. Raul Hopkins, security guard, described 4 prior shootings involving Dolph before the fatal 2021 attack. Cornelius Smith, co-defendant turned witness, testified he bought pills from Govan and often owed him money. Govan offered him a way to make money by doing hits, said there was a $50K bounty on Paper Route Wu and $100K on young Dolph. Met Justin Johnson, triggerman, through Govan. Recalled meetings where Big Jook, Yo Gotti's brother, later killed in 2023, was present, with Govan suggesting Smith would do the hit. Detailed the November 16 to 17 events. Attempted to find Dolph on November 16 but missed him. On November 17th, rode with Johnson in a white Mercedes to Govan's house where weapons were prepared. Followed Dolph to Makeda's Cookies and carried out the shooting, leaving Dolph with 20 gunshot wounds. Investigators' findings. Memphis police quickly released photos of two shooters. Johnson and Smith identified as gunmen. Govan later indicted as the one who ordered the hit. Prosecutors allege he solicited them for the killing. Additional context. Govan has a long criminal record since late 1990s. He was released on $90,000 bond months after his indictment. Prosecutors are seeking an enhanced sentence due to his history. Justin Johnson, already convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Jury deliberations expected by end of this week.